I'm going to start things off, being father of the bride, very proud father as well. So after my little speech, and it will be a short one, I'm sure it will be, then I'll be handing over to the groom, and then he'll be quickly shifting the blame across to the best man, Alex. Is that okay? Yep, thank you. Right, excellent. Right, first of all, I'd like to welcome you to Laurie and Tony's wedding. So far, so good. We've had a really good day, a really good start the day by a church blessing. And I looked on various books what my role should be. Yeah, and according to page 34 and 35 of the wedding planner, I've got three tasks, three simple tasks. One, sign checks. Yeah, very important one. Walk up the aisle. I think I did it with a bit of gusto there. And see Laurie with me. And thirdly, do a simple speech. Right, okay. Two, so far so good on that point. Until the checks bounce. Has the magician gone, is he? Excellent. He's going to have a little pain in the morning. Right, so the simple speech. Right, what do you have to do? First of all, thank everyone for coming, making a great day so far and hopefully a great night. Okay so far? Yeah. Excellent. But obviously, the people who couldn't make it today for many reasons. Some couldn't come from afar. For instance, Carrie all the way from Australia. It's a bit of a long haul flight to go back to Australia when in 2 days' time when they're going to meet up with them. So that's acceptable.
Well, she does send a love.
She does send a love, exactly. Right.
You know that.
So thank everyone. Obviously, for those who can't be today, and I think at the church there was a few mentions of some family members, which unfortunately they can't be here today. So you all know who they are in your own little ways. So it's a shame that they can't be here. But no doubt looking down on us from somewhere, and hoping that we have a good day and a good night, and I'm sure you won't disappoint. Right, the next thing I've got to talk about Laurie. It says here in my notes, heartwarming words. Well, we'll see about that. And lastly, not lastly, I should say, they're going to welcome Tony officially into the family. And yes, I think there's applause there. And then I have to propose a toast, obviously, for Laurie and Tony at the end, but we'll keep that to the end. So, first thing, let's get things. First of all, I want a simple little thing. I want Tony, can I ask you to put your hand on Laurie's hand on the table there? It's a very loving moment. Throughout the speech, I want you just to keep it there, yeah? Excellent, thanks very much. You'll get the flavour of this speech. Okay. Unaccustomed I am to giving speeches in the public. First of all, again, I'd like to thank everyone for coming.
Sorry.
You're spoiling
It's a photographer.
Oh, right, sorry. Right, where do we start with Laurie?
The good bits, Dad.
The good bits, right. Right at the beginning. Obviously, I've known Laurie all my life. Right from the moment that she was plonked into my hands, and right till today when I've had to give her away. Very touching and very heartfelt moment, because not only am I losing her today to Tony, but I'm also losing her because she's going to Australia for a whole year. So, that's a bit of breakdown than I have actually, I don't know why. It's okay. So throughout Laurie's life with us, it's been an absolute pleasure. Many times she's been called very special. And so she has been very, very special to me, Sylvia, Ryan, and obviously Kimberly, as we've grown up all together. Now, Laurie, being in a...
You didn't have to talk about me, dear.
In a simple ways, has actually contributed to many laughter in the household. In fact, she's been fun all her life. Right from day one, she's been so much fun. There has been a little of a phrase going around our household for the last 22 years, and it's called LOB. For those close family members, that means, unfortunately I have to say this, Laurie, okay, lack of brains. Laurie apparently had a lot of lack of brains in her development. But she's given us some pleasure, and I'm just going to recap some of those moments. Unfortunately, Laurie gave me some of these the other day, and I think, why? To keep them quiet. First of all,
LOB.
I have a cousin who lives in Scotland, yeah, and she was going to visit him. So I convinced her, I don't know, this is quite easy, that she needed a travel adapter for Scotland. So she's asked me, what type of pin plug do I need? For a hairdryer and the tongs.
And I looked when I got to that.
And you looked as well, yeah. She looked around for the sockets to make sure that she got the right one. There you go. Another one, when she celebrated, I think it was her 18th birthday. Yeah, she was sent to the big city, London.
Oh, yeah.
London, and we convinced her on that occasion she needed a passport and currency, I think, as well. I think we sort of went for that one. But naivety, can't fault her for that one. A couple of other ones, I think it was for Father's Day, I think it was, yeah. There I am, this is what I'm going to miss. I'm really going to miss this. Every Sunday morning before Laurie went out to her work, which was 1 day a week, at Tesco, she would knock on the door and say, can I come in? And me and Sylvia would say, in a minute. Yeah, it wasn't a minute, was it? Yeah, it was about right. That's a good job, wasn't it? So in walk with Laurie with the tea and coffee and everything, and that would be our little sort of custom every Sunday. Until it was Father's Day, and I thought, ooh, special treat coming here. Not that I like special treats, but in she walked with some boiled eggs. Oh, fantastic, love boiled eggs, especially on Father's Day. So Laurie was on the bed going, are they okay? I'm tapping the heads on, slicing the heads, oh, lovely. Fortunately, they were hard boiled. I'm thinking, so not being, you know, impolite, I'm thinking, oh, these are lovely, Laurie, lovely, absolutely fantastic. And then when she left, I said, they were hard boiled. All three of them, I think they were, weren't they, Laurie?
Yes.
All three of them, I'm thinking, I'm sure she must have meant them to be soft boiled. So after a bit of investigation and a bit of talking with Laurie through Sylvia, we did find out that Laurie thought that to boil eggs was 3 minutes each. So she boiled 3 eggs for 9 minutes. Just to make Sorry, Laurie. That's okay, that's okay. Yeah, she got egg timer for Christmas, yeah, just a prompt on that one. So, moving on throughout the years, and obviously with these LOBs, I thought, right, they must be laid to rest now, until we got one last year. And this was about the World Cup. I think Tone can remember, because this was in front of a few people, you know, who know Laurie, and they're on holiday in Greece.
Crete.
Right. Crete it was, yeah. The World Cup was on, was it the final?
It was.
Yes.
The final, yeah, and so they're watching the final, and Laurie had this brainstorm, said, tell you what, why don't we just phone home and get the result? I said, why? Well, we're 2 hours, 3 hours ahead. And I thought, okay, I could go with that one. Then I realised, wait a minute, going backwards in time, she should have phoned Australia. Then she would have got the result. Absolutely brilliant, but never mind. She gives us a lot of pleasure over the years. They're just sort of a few of the anecdotes. Now, unfortunately, she's moving on now, and moving on with Tony, which is a blessing. Because, you know, meeting Tony, and hopefully he's going to straighten Laurie out and put her on the right path. I hope. And now we all know they're going to go to Australia in two days' time, which is a big journey. Very big journey, big step. But today we have the first step, and that was obviously walking down into the church. Now, 3 things just sort of prompted me when we're walking down, which I did read about. Very important. I looked at the aisle. Yeah, this is where we're going to walk. And it's the longest walk that we're ever going to take together, because everyone was looking at us. Then we were leaving from the aisle to the altar, and I thought, you know, the altar, this is where 2 become 1. Yeah, together I thought this is going to be really good. And then with a few hymns, yeah, okay, so we all sang the pleasure of the blessing of Laurie. This is the celebration of marriage. So the altar, yeah, the aisle and the hymn all came together. And I'm sure I was walking down the aisle, I'm sure I heard Laurie suddenly say to me, I'll alter him. And she was going all the way down there. I thought, this is the time when Laurie's going to stamp her authority. But we hope so. So, what can I say about Tony? Here we go. Or should I say Tina? Or should I say, what was the other one?
Doris.
Well, there's a few.
Doris, Tanya.
Antonia.
I didn't want to say that one. So I wasn't a welcome as son, but I'm not too sure now, since the photograph's taken on Darlington railway station. So I'm inclined, I'm thinking I'm welcoming another daughter. But never mind, no. Welcome Tony to the family. obviously met Laurie in Tesco's. Yeah, their eyes met across frozen peas. And that's where, you know, according to statistics, that's where you're going to meet your future partner, in a nice Tesco. So Laurie told me how the courtship went. Quite a strange courtship. Borrowing sellotape, trying soap powder from the table, just trying to impress Tony, I think. That's what you said, Laurie? Yeah?
Thought it was sugar.
Thought it was sugar, there you go. So obviously tried all these traits that I've sort of learned over the years. But never mind. Finally, they came together. And I think Tony, as you can all believe and see and hear, is a great guy. And I'm really, really proud for him to become my son-in-law.
I think he needs a clap for that.
Thank you.
So, I can't really say much about Tony because that's it, just sums it up for me. So before I go, you're all wishing about the time we did go, there's a couple of little things as well. I have to say this. Will Laurie be passing on to another life, etc.? I think she's left the trait of LOB to someone else now. And I won't mind saying it. Sylvia, I know she's been obviously organising the wedding and everything. She's come with some two classics over the last couple of days. I've got to say them to the. She said to Ryan, I think it was Ryan, that said, Ryan, make sure you put the car through the washing machine. What? The washing machine. And I think we quickly understood it was the car wash. So I said, fair enough, we'll go with that one. And then she turned around and said, Andy, make sure the driver's all clean, so make sure you get the pressure cooker out. So I think, pressure cooker? And it quickly came to pressure washer. So I think, although I'm losing Laurie for LOB, I think I've got another contender. This is really good. Right, what else to say? I think I'm really covering it now, but a few more sort of words to wish them on their way. I don't know if you realise, but it's Sylvia and I's 25th wedding anniversary coming up in a couple of weeks' time. So for 25 years of marriage, I'm going to give some guidance. I married Sylvia because she is Miss Right. But 25 years later on, I'm wondering, the first name was Always. So I'm so never mind. So I hope you picked together that you're going to make the right couple. So before I propose the toast to Laurie and Tony, I'm just going to say just a quote from Woody Allen, which I thought was really, really good. It says, "In my house, I'm the boss. My wife is just the decision maker." So think about that one. And you can all reflect on that one as well. So I think that's me done and dusted. So before I hand over to Tony, can I propose a toast, please, to Laurie and Tony. Laurie and Tony.